Here it is, folks. The precursor for what I believe will be the National Right to Work Bill. Let me expand it for you. To preserve and protect free choice of individual employees to form, join, or assist labor organizations, or refrain from such activities. It's the refrain from such activities that has me slightly worried. These are the sponsors of the bill. That's right along party line. Given there's currently no text available for this bill because it's in committee, and that is shown on the next slide. Right here, it has been introduced into the House and referred to the House Committee on Education and Workforce. This is just showing the same thing but on a different website. It's at thebilltrack50.com. Sorry to text this backwards. I'm using the mirrored version because I'm using a CapCut to edit this. Now, why is this important? What is right to work? What is express contracts? What are CBAs? What is at will? And which states exercise all of these things, right? So this bill being introduced at the federal level, I feel is federal overreach. I'm sure we can probably mostly all agree that contracts should be between the employer and the employee or employees as a collective unit. Now, there are two types of state, at will and express contracts. Only one state currently, which is Montana, is an express contract state. That means all other states don't require a written contract for people to be employed. They're at will, which means they can be fired at any time for any reason without cause. So now, within those at will states, you'll have what's called right to work and prevailing wage, which is express collective bargaining contract. Right to work allows employees who are in a company that has a union signatory contract to decline the union signatory contract. Now, that can be done in prevailing wage states, but the employer and the union shop also have the right in prevailing wage states to make it a requirement to follow that contract. Now, if someone doesn't want to be a part of that contract, they have the right to go work elsewhere. Right to work aims to pit employees against one another in a race to the bottom for wages. It also, by allowing people to decline a contract, means that they're not participating within the health and welfare benefits. It means they're not participating into the pension program. And that can pull all these things down. That is why it's important that the federal government does not get involved in these contracts. They're best left to the state level, and even more to the employer and employees as they see fit. So, if you're like me and you oppose the right to work at federal levels, then please contact your senators or state representatives to express your concerns about this particular bill. Now, the most recent Janus decision has taken care of this issue within the public sector, saying that public employees would have the right not to take their union contracts. But this is my concern, is specifically at the private sectors. Recent NLRB ruling says that employers do have the right to treat union members and non-union members within their company differently. I don't know the entire specifics of that case, but that was the description given by the NLRB within that case. So that's what I'm going off of, is their own description of how that ruling went. So while this bill doesn't have text yet, I think it's important to be proactive. Please call your senators, call your representatives, call your state reps, call your governors. And if you truly believe in the bill, as I do, that it needs to stay at the state levels and ultimately the employer and employee levels, then we need to get ahead of this.